What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tim Aslan here with Counter Trend Capital. Today I want to bring you a quick video because we're at a really important area for Bitcoin. If you were browsing the Twitter, you know that we're kind of expecting lower. We believe the trend is still down. So I want to show you a few possible counts that confirm that. And then I do want to mention we are short from 27 or 26,700 area. Our stop loss is at 27K, and I'm going to explain why we took this trade during this video. Make sure to check out our partner BingX for no KYC trading and 20% off all futures trading fees on the perp side. That's maker and taker fees reduced by 20%, which just only increases your P&L. Now, we have this 5 waves down here on this left side of the screen, and this is important because it solidifies that the trend is in fact down. Then we got this move up that looks like an ABC or a WXY, however you want to label. And then on this move down, we didn't hit the minimum target. So this doesn't look like we want to break this high. It did not satisfy the minimum requirement to do so. So we believe that this is some kind of flat. Now, how that flat would work is this would be ABCA, then we have an ABC down for a B wave, and then this is our C wave up for the flat. So let me label it like so. Something like this. And then the targets would be like that. And check it out, 1.618 to the tick. And we have this as kind of like an ending diagonal here. It's super choppy. I mean, this last section has been incredibly choppy. And just to recap, we shorted this in the room. Really nice move down. I think it was like 6 or 7%. Caught this long on the ABC flat target. And this was when we had peak FTX FUD. I mean, it was it was so great. I was browsing Twitter, and that's the only thing on my timeline. And I was like, oh shit, this looks like it's about to hit a ABC target. Let's long. Boom, green dildos. We got 6% gains in like 2 days, which was really nice. Then we caught this short. You saw on Twitter we were looking at a swing failure of these highs. Caught this short, took some profit, moved stop to entry, got stopped out, re-entered once we hit the 1.618. Right now our stop is at 27K, 27.1 area. So we're looking for a move down to break these lows if the flat is confirmed, which looks like that's the main scenario at the moment. Now, if the flat is confirmed, that means that this entire structure turns into one of two things. So it can be a 1, 2, and now we're going to have a big wave 3 down, or it's an A, B, C. And then we'll have targets around here, probably like around 24, 23.5, and I think around like 22.5. So those areas would be the next entries for a long, and probably in confluence with our macro targets as mentioned in the previous video. If you don't remember those, check it out in the previous video. Now, the other possibility is that this is just some kind of more standard ABC, because we also hit an ABC target right here. So A, B, and then an ending C wave. So that's another scenario. Nevertheless, that should also break these lows. Okay, unless it does like a WXY, then breaks the lows, but probably not. Now, the one other scenario that is slightly more bullish is this is a 1 or an A. This is a 2, or excuse me, the 2 isn't done yet. So we have a 1, then we have a ABC flat for B. We're going to come down, tap this fair value gap, break these lows, swing failure, and then pump for a wave 3 or a C wave. So that's the main bullish scenario that I have right now. And that's why our first take profit will be this area. I mean, obviously we'll assess how the waves coming down look like. If they come down like this, really nice, clean 5 waves, we have some nice divergence, and then we hit this 1.618 right here. If that's the case, you can enter along like this, because your stop loss will be about 1%, and your first take profit will be a 5% gain. So this is a nice long to take to hedge the short if we do come down. Now, if for whatever reason we just start spitting dildos and breaking this high, then it's possible that this is some kind of 1-2 giant wave 3. And that's illustrated more properly on the spot chart from Binance, because if you look on the spot chart, we kind of have 5 waves down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see we hit a 5th wave target, pretty much in confluence with the ABC flat target. So this is more interesting because the perp has this longer wick and we haven't broken those lows. So if the spot chart is, for whatever reason, more accurate, there is a higher probability of just some big bullish momentum. But I'd say that is more of the realms of the 3rd or 4th likely scenario. I am still more short-term bearish, and I do still want to come down to at least these lows before looking for any longs. Obviously, unless you were long from the lows, you wouldn't want to add here. You just don't have a good stop loss. So if we do come down here, we can look for longs depending on how it looks and how aggressive the dump is. Other than that, that's pretty much it to look out for. The other reason that this could be bullish is look at this massive divergence right here. But let's see where the 382 is. Yeah, so 382 is here. Check this out real quick. I don't love that, but you know, maybe these targets just for ABC, and then we have continuation down, like let's say 5 waves down. Fuck, can't draw today. Let's say 5 waves down is like that. Then we do like an ABC up to this area, and then we have continuation to the downside and do a larger correction. That's also just something to be aware of. You know, there's so many possibilities to be aware of, but I think the main one is we do want to see a move down, maybe some larger consolidation this weekend, but at the moment we are more short-term bearish. That's also illustrated well by liquidity maps. There's a ton of liquidity under this wick from this larger wick on the perp charts, right? Like think about everything that's left down here because we took out these lows. So I do expect this to break eventually. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment sections. Hop into the Discord for entries and exits. Like I said, we caught almost every single macro move in the last week on Bitcoin. Made tons of gains. I think we're going to do really well this month. We still have half the month to go. So it's not too late to hop in. Depending on when you're watching this, let's see how this short played out. I'm actually excited to see how this goes after I post it. Hopefully we get that move down. But it might have one more little high, tap this 1 hour fair value gap, and then come down. So make sure you have good stop losses above the beginning of the fair value gap. 200% is the safest, but around this area should be okay. Thank you so much for watching. Share this video with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you next video.